everybody, welcome back to Vala's Kitchen. Today we're going to be making fish soup. It's going to be a little bit like fish chowder, but I'm going to be adding a little bit more stuff. It's going to be like potatoes and carrots. We're going to add yuca. We're going to add some shrimp and scallops. So let's get ready. So these are the ingredients we're going to be using for our fish soup. We have some chicken stock. We have carrots. We are using turkey bacon. I pre-cooked the bacon. We have some shrimp and scallop all seasoned up. We have some yuca. We have mushroom. In here we have shallots, onion and garlic. We got some fresh thyme from the garden and some parsley, and we have some green onions. In here we have potato diced. We're going to put the potatoes in some cold water so it doesn't turn brown and give it that old look. We're going to put some sweet potatoes, and I have some corn here that that I've chopped up so it can fit in the pot. We're going to add some butter, and we have flour for thickening our sauce, and we're going to add some heavy cream. Okay, so now we're going to saute our onions and garlic. I'm going to put a little oil in there. Let that heat up for a little bit. Add these in. I'm going to put this on medium-low heat. And then you don't want it too overcooked because it's still going to be in there while the broth is cooking. Then we're going to add the carrots in. Those are just baby carrots that I diced at an angle. You want to raise the heat back up once you start adding in stuff. Okay, so that seems like it's sauteed well enough. And now I'm going to add a little bit of flour just so that it will thicken up at the end. And we'll know how much cream we're going to add in there. And we use all-purpose flour. Be careful not to use the self-rising flour. You want to use the all-purpose flour. And then we add in our chicken broth. And then you want to just leave that for like 10 minutes on high heat and cover. Okay, now that this is boiling, we are going to add some ingredients. So we're going to add some corn in there, the pieces of corn. And we just had some loose corn. I just at the last minute decided I'm going to add that in there too. It's a lot of corn. I love corn. We're going to add the whole thyme. And we're going to add some bay leaf. Like a whole bay leaf in there. We're going to add mushrooms. This is about 8 ounces of mushroom. We're going to put that in there. And we're going to let that boil. So while that's all cooking up, we are going to take the cod that we have here, and we're going to pan saute a little bit just so it will keep the body and it will stay together while it's in the fish soup. So we're going to turn our stove to high heat, and we're going to use butter for this, not oil. So we're going to add some butter. Might look a little back a little bit. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna let this powder melt down. And we're gonna add our fish in piece by piece. We're using cod, Alaskan wild cod for this. It's the same thing they use for saltfish or bacalao. One of the fish that they use for saltfish or bacalao. Okay, we're gonna flip the fish over. It doesn't take much to cook. We're gonna flip it over once in the butter. And then when we finish pan-searing these fish, we're gonna put the sauce into the soup. So it's all going down the same way. Okay. I'm gonna turn the heat back down to a medium low. Now we've taken out the cod from the pot. We're gonna do the shrimp and the scallop. I'm just gonna pour it in there. I put it out evenly so it could take a little color before we add it to the pot. I mean, you could add this straight to the pot, but I like to saute it in a little bit of butter first. Evenly and then cover it. So we're going to add some flour dumpling to our soup now. We just pull it apart, roll in your hand and drop. People have different techniques for this. They either make it long or they make it into a ball. I do both. I like dumpling. Everybody in the house loves dumplings, so we're gonna add that in there. We gotta make sure the corn and the dumpling is fully cooked. Okay, let's check the shrimp and the scallops. And we're not gonna take this out of the pot. We're gonna leave them in there and we're just gonna dump everything into the soup. So this looks fine. Just gonna leave it like that and let it cool down. Alright. Okay, we add the dumplings to it, so it's gonna take a while to bubble back up, but we're gonna add our potatoes. We're gonna add some yuca to it. So all of that could cook together. We're gonna add some sweet potatoes. So it's a little different. I'm going to stir that around. Last but not least, we're going to add some cream. Get all of that out. And stir that around. Look at that color. Guys, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And let me know what do you think about this recipe. Let's just let this boil. It's probably going to give it like 20 minutes to get a boiling point. And then we're going to add in the fish and scallop and shrimp. So we're going to add some seasoning. We have some pepper flakes, some garlic powder, some black pepper, and some seasoning salt. So we're just going to add some of that in there. Remember the fish and the scallop and shrimp that have a little bit of seasoning in there, so we just don't want to add too much into the pot, and then when we add that it's too salty. So we're going to add the shrimp and scallops. Stir that in. The creaminess is starting, as you can see from the bubbling. And the last thing we're just gonna put on top, we're gonna take our stove off. Or put it on low. And then we're gonna add the fish in. And let that steam. It doesn't take much for cod to cook. I'm gonna scrape the juice in there. Look at all that. The sweet potatoes, the corn, the mushroom, the carrots, the dumplings. Just nice and creamy. I always keep a little bit of green onions or shallots or whatever, just garnish the top. Just put that on top there. And a little bit of the bacon. And that is my version of fish chowder soup. So thank you for watching, and let me know if you guys like this video and this beautiful dish. Please subscribe, like, and share. And thank you for watching Valda's Kitchen. Have a nice day.